Hi guys, welcome to your bi-weeklies, and just give me a minute to a minute and a half for just a quick intro. First of all, I want to thank you FeedSpot for basically giving Cat Tarot such a great honor. Being in top 50 on the entire basically YouTube is like absolutely stunning. It is amazing. And thank you, so I really appreciate it. However, I actually should thank more to all of you, my users, because without you this just wouldn't happen. So it really kind of like makes me feel great, and I again want to thank you for I actually want to invite you to join my Facebook pages if you haven't already. I actually am considering to post some different readings on that platform. As you know, the wise people say it's not good to put all eggs in one basket. So it's going to be a free reading contest for all of you who join, and also for all of you who already joined who are actually sharing the content. So there is some kind of incentive. I just want to spend a few more words just to let you know that you know how this really works. This is only me, and I am doing all these videos. So if you just do the count, there are like 36 videos. So multiply this by 4 and the time that is being spent on these videos, and you will see how much time I actually donate to you every month. If you calculate, it's going to be about 60 hours. So I am not asking for any accolades or anything. I'm just telling you this is like the time that is basically taken away from my family, from my friends, and mostly from me. And I also need some time off for myself, as I'm just a human, just as everybody else. And I'm leaving the best for the end, right? So again, for all of you supporters, for all of you who are my clients, for all of you who are sending me private emails and of encouragement, of warm wishes, I cannot tell you how appreciated that is. That actually means a lot to me. And each comment left on a website is also very meaningful. In spite of all these hours, I still every day spend time reading it, and each time I bookmark with my cat, like if after reading the comment. So thank you very much, and without further ado, let's jump right into your bi-weeklies. Hi Pisces, and welcome to your bi-weeklies. So let's start. The bottom of the deck, self-protectiveness. Wow, what happened? It looks like, well, let's see. Let's first see the reading before I actually get to this. Here, first of all, 4 of Pentacles. The kitty is sitting on a box. Now, what is in the box? The jewels, the toys, the catnip, everything. So what can you not do when things are in a box? You cannot play with us, you cannot enjoy it. So sometimes we build walls around ourselves that we think we are protecting ourselves. We do to some extent, but we also at the same time stop the flow of love. So let's see how this relates. Wow. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. The One of Swords reverse talks about lies, talks about sometimes not telling the truth, which is kind of 2 different things. Sometimes people just omit certain things. This is lie by omission, and this is definitely talking about that. And it was maybe some kind of communication from somebody that you expected or wanted. This could be even an expression of love. The 4 of Wands in the reverse situation means very similar to 4 of Wands in the upright situation. It certainly talks about kind of moving to the next level. Maybe there's going to be the hesitancy of something, maybe just simply getting grounded. Maybe you're kind of like looking into kind of different possibilities about dealing with things. It's kind of interesting for me that you're having a lots of kind of like high energy. So for you to operate on this level, you really need high vibrations, right? Because just be very careful that you get enough rest. This is not all work and you know, no fun. That could be you guys. Did you maybe have some issues with alcohol? Did you maybe kind of like spend time kind of dwelling on somebody or on something? Because King of Cups reverse talks about And this could be you, could be somebody doing it to you, right? Somebody talks about a person in the upright. It's like you, Pisces. It's like the best you can be, very caring and sweet and taking care for the others. But in a reverse position, you kind of lose the soft touch. You kind of really tell people, still maybe hoping that maybe you're going to be that person you're telling you're going to be, or somebody was maybe telling this to you, but it is like far from it. This is actually a pretty bad manipulator, somebody who is actually really preying on our emotions. But this can simply say that we have been working too much, because this kind of like reflects in this card as well. But these could be the lies as well that we were receiving from somebody, because this person is somebody who's listening to you and takes care of you. This person is going to keep telling you, oh my gosh, you're the man of my life, you're the woman of my life. I just can't believe it. All my life I was waiting for you. I want to marry you. I want to have family with you. And you're like, wow, you know. But this person, he just wants to use that for that one night, and the night again, and the night again. And all of a sudden this person goes away. So that's why this can mean somebody maybe told you that they love you, and you're kind of like seeing the other side of it. You see, the Hermit reverse talks about feeling a little bit lonely, feeling a little bit displaced, feeling like you maybe are lost, losing your way. And this certainly, like when the King of Cups comes reversed, this person leaves turmoil behind, because we are raised to believe people, and when people lie, you know, they're not good people. You cannot trust them. You cannot elect them. You cannot, like, I mean, put them in charge. And yet, everything we are seeing is like the lies actually get people ahead. Maybe temporarily, but it's not going to be successful in the long term. So now I actually want to come back to this, because that's what I saw. You see, kind of like you have been left out in the cold, but you kind of did manage to get some strength to recover, to feel comfort with who you are, to rebuild yourself, like you have the 2 8s, and even walk away from an unhealthy situation. Maybe there was even a third party present over here, and this is why you kind of like clamped up, and this is kind of self-protection. I'm under attack, and you just got close in, right? Is this even here again talks about the third person, and it looks like the decision has been made for you when this person just looks like vanished, pull Houdini on you. So yeah, again you have the another ace reversed. This is Ace of Wands. It's my favorite ace from all the tarot decks that I ever owned, and you can only see on my table over like 50 of them. I don't know if you can tell. So this is just what I use. Sent as a bio deck, and it looks great on Amazon. And then I ask this deck if it's going to get along with me, and it says no, or I simply don't like it, or I don't feel comfort with it. This deck I actually love, and this card is like so significant. Look, this is the new life sprouting from kind of like something old, instead of like the generally phallic symbol that we see. So here is reversed. So you're kind of feeling that this just cannot be reborn, right? You're just like, this is not growing, and you actually maybe don't even want it to grow. So wow, the Judgment reversed, and this is coming in your emotions. So Judgment reversed is like not necessarily the greatest kind of like card to get, especially not in how you feel. And this is kind of maybe related to the fact that maybe it was the battle of wills. You guys are dreamers, and sometimes maybe you say things because you really hope for them, but maybe when they fell out, you possibly disappoint others, or something like this happened to you that you felt it on your own skin. Because when Judgment reversed, when Judgment is upright, of course things from the past are coming to the surface to be dealt with, right? And then you clean the situation, it's over, right? And you're moving on generally to the better place, right? And now this is telling me maybe you're feeling remorse. This must be you guys feeling remorse and guilt. You see, you have a little sword here. Can you see it? Remember the sword over here? Feeling remorse over something, and something that you could have done and you didn't do. So I don't know what it is. This can also mean that you feel that you are getting a brand of bad luck, maybe 3 bad things happen to you or will happen to you. So this is definitely asking you to kind of like look deep inside and figure out which part is your obligation. Even if somebody hurts you, even if somebody lies to you, even if somebody is like 99% wrong, there is always a part of responsibility on the other party. So this is asking of you to kind of like reconcile that. So here we see 6 of Pentacles, and 6 of Pentacles in the in the environment talks about it's going to be giving and sharing, could be gathering together with friends, but this also can mean sometimes a third person, sometimes kind of like somebody jumping in the situation. But in your case, I really think this is really more or less stabilizing yourself. Maybe you were giving too much, you were taking too much, and it is a time to kind of like reconcile this properly. Wow. Okay, so it has been somebody who has been with somebody else. Whenever I see the devil, just generally can actually lead me to believe that could be another person hovering. And so yeah, this could mean a third person, because look at that trajectory. And this, the rule of 3, also can mean a third person, that you are feeling the brunt of it. Maybe you were the third person, and maybe you kind of like fell on your own sword. So it is possibility. It's certainly what I do see is like that you kind of like really have felt for somebody really, and you're kind of like still kind of going through it, still willing to kind of go to the next stage with this person. But at this stage, but toward this 2 weeks, you're going to be understanding, you know what, this is just not a workable situation. Yay. See, after Judgment you get World, and then you get the Fool, and the cycle continues, right? Because this is the zero. Zero keeps circling, and it never has the beginning, never has the end. So it is really freedom loving card. When we have zero, when zero shows up, especially in that position, it tells me you're pulling out. And even this card was telling me this already. Like, I mean, when you start waking up that certain things are unhealthy, then the recovery is really quick. This is the hardest part, to get to it. So you have to realize it was either not the right person or right time, and have to figure out why things went wrong, and maybe what was your kind of role in this entire situation, and go from there. So the horoscope signs I see, and again, don't dwell, this kind of applies on everybody. I do see Capricorn, I see Virgo, of course I see another Pisces as well. And you have possibly some air signs. So let me see how many swords we have. We have 1 sword. How many? You have 2 wands, 3 wands. We have 1 pentacle, but we have the Hermit. Okay. And we have the Devil. So there is some kind of grounding level over here, which is good. So what I actually really like, because you're actually, well, like, you're actually taking out emotions, you're able to move on, because you're actually deciding things on a kind of intellectual level, and kind of seeing what kind of like works, what doesn't work. So let's see, what is this Judgment here reversed? What kind of like are those issues that need to be dealt with? See, it was some kind of hope, but it's reversed. So losing hope in something. Give me 1 more card to clarify. Losing hope in somebody, some communication. Maybe somebody didn't come back to you. This can also, guys, on this card means divorce. That the divorce was final, because this can also mean marriage. It's reversed. So let's see this 4 of Wands. A friend and sides. The ship has sailed. Kind of like this is also to me a recovery sign. You see the sights, but then it's kind of like losing this impact, kind of like you're not anymore feeling like overwhelmed with this. And this kind of like almost like feels positive. So let me see. I think this is where things are changing. So maybe I have to look in this one, which kind of is very kind of like present, beginning of the month kind of a thing. Yeah, you guys, you know, I think in the darkness, and this is what is great about this card. You see, in the dark. You just like need to flick a light and everything becomes evident to us. So this is why we have go toward the light. This is where we see things. This talks about knowledge and learning and spirituality. So it's kind of like you feel let down, and this is asking you, you know, keep going, keep going. It's okay. You got a fortune card, right, which obviously foretells good things to be happening. Yeah, look at this constellation again, some kind of like money, plus this is a Virgo kind of card. Kind of like put things in order, start organizing yourself. So let's see these lies. Are you lying to yourself? Yeah, it's kind of wow, look at that. It is like the ending with somebody, but like it's telling you widower is actually over, and he's able to put his physical coat on and go and face the world. So this is kind of like what is in this card. Like healing is already taking place. So who is this King of Chalices here? Yep, that was like somebody who has been possibly taken by somebody else, because Lord means surprise, but it was a positive surprise here. Did you not have this constellation? No, I didn't have it. So again, it was like such a sweet thing that you were hearing, that you felt this is such a great thing that happened to you, because look, he's getting the money in his net. It's like, of course, like felt like really great, you know, somebody felt really great, but maybe this is why the letdown kind of like felt falling on the nose. And I want to see this the devil. Let's see what is basically shaken off in these 2 weeks for the Pisces. Intimacy, yeah, that speaks loudly. The devil is also attraction to someone that feels like love. Some people call it love. It isn't. This is kind of the devil energy, is like feeling the lure of this person. So this is saying, you know what, you're going to realize that intimacy with this person is just like, I mean, addiction. It's just like drugs. I need it more and more and more, and it's just like digging this deeper and deeper hole. And I have a feeling that you're going to realize that this kind of has to stop in order for you to move forward. So let me see, what is this Fool card saying? What kind of conclusions you have reached that you are moving forward for Pisces? Money, secrets, secret love, secret lover, secret baby, certain things from the past, with possibly third person who is involved, ends up in an affair where 3 people are not happy, and this is not working, and hence it has to be killed. So there you go, guys. You're healing, you're healthier. Reaching that point where you're cutting it out because it's unhealthy is a really biggie, because once when you learn this lesson, you know it for all. It's like riding a bike. People like hold on to relationships so heavily, and this is going to be a lesson for life. You will never ever have issues in a relationship, because whenever somebody else comes, you will already have tools. You have learned it. This is like graduating a certain grade, and then you know what. I have already learned it, I've seen it, I've done that, I've been there, so you're not going to go back. So let me know what's going on, guys. I would love to see your comments, and would like to see how this reflects on your life. And if you didn't subscribe, please do subscribe, and if you can spend a second to kind of like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much. Love you.